This video will cover the basics of JoMoCo Social. As already mentioned in the first video, we land here directly in the overview of the JoMoCo Social planner. Here we have various tabs, which we will take a closer look at in a moment. Basically, this is the view where we can see all already published posts, scheduled posts, and the associated social platforms. If I schedule a post here, which we will do together in a moment, it will then appear here in the overview. We can also set in the calendar how far ahead we want to view everything. If we only want to see which plans or posts are scheduled for the coming week, we simply select the corresponding range here, or more if needed. We can also filter everything accordingly. For example, we can filter by the status of posts, whether they've already been uploaded, if there was any error message indicating they couldn't be uploaded, if they're scheduled, if they're drafts, or if, for instance, they still need to be approved. If I'm working in a team, which is definitely the case for us in the higher plans, I can also see who created each item and who approved everything. Now, in this test account, we're set up as the only user, so currently no one appears here. Otherwise, we can simply change the view here between the calendar view or the list view. In the list view, all posts are displayed that we've saved as drafts, scheduled, or already published. Up here, we can also access the settings. If we go ahead and click right here, we will end up in a wide variety of different settings and options. But don't worry, because there will be a completely separate and detailed video about all of that later on. If we want to create a new post now, we go up here to Create New Post. Select our profile. This can be one profile or several. Then we can enter our corresponding copy here. I'll just enter something here now. I'll type in test. Then we can upload our video, upload our images with this button, videos with this button. We can also upload files, add emojis, and change the font. We can create hashtags as well. For example, here we can enter viral, type in viral. So this here is the name of the hashtag, and this is the hashtag itself. Then we can save it. And here in the preview, which is always on the right for all the platforms we've selected, it will simply be displayed one below the other, like this. This hashtag is now stored here. If I go to hashtags again, I could add it again from the preset selection, and then I would have it here twice. So we can also add a location or embed a link and then shorten it using this link shortener. That's always a very useful feature so that the links in the copy don't get too long. We can also leave a follow-up comment here, which is useful, for example, to add to the post with the first comment underneath. And here in the advanced settings, we can also assign a category. For example, if we upload a reel about, let's say, brushing teeth every Monday, for example, I can easily create a brand new category called brushing teeth right here in the system. And then I can quickly filter the total number of posts specifically by using this new category. Otherwise, down here we also have the platform-specific settings. In this case, Instagram now appears here. Here I can choose whether it should be a so-called normal post, if I want to post a reel, or maybe a story instead. Here in the reel, you can see the preview on the right changes accordingly. And then in the end, I just have to decide down here whether the post should be published immediately or scheduled for a specific time and date. Or does someone else need to approve this post? Or, and this would be the last option, should this post be published multiple times at specific intervals, for example, always on the 1st of each month?